Yeah.
The Zaxby's Chicken Philly is back. It's got the sauce.
Oh, man. The other window is open.
In the show.
Oh, man. They got some free pub right there. Welcome in. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the Format Podcast Live Wednesday night edition. Oh, this might end up being a wild one. It's already off the rails.
Oh man. We know where his mind was at, y'all. We know where his mind, his soul, his stomach is definitely at right now.
I ate before this, man. This is just a what do you call it? That was one of the ads because I had another window open. Oh my goodness. All right. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Transformer, what's good, my man?
Man, not much, brother, man. Just doing my thing. Had a lot of yard work today to deal with, man. So a little winded.
Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Yeah, I hear you. Sometimes you gotta do that stuff. Sometimes you gotta knock it out. What's up, Edward? Oh man.
Light skin, brother.
Yeah, you know that, man. This dude be harassing me about Tatum all the time. I'm like, look.
Oh.
I'm like, he's not gonna be the face of the league. Let it go. Just let it go. But we'll get to that. We will talk about Tatum in depth. But before we get to that, you all know what time it is. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept aware anytime we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you enjoy the content as you listen, make sure you give us a like, a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us, and write it down, put it in your phones, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the podcast and you want to help the show continue to grow, make sure you go ahead, click that join button, join the channel. We're going to have some exclusive content just for you. All right, let's go ahead and let's take it to the final topic. This was one, this irked me. You really didn't hear the
No. I'm curious. I don't know what this is about.
All right. So former NBA player Channing Frye, one-time champion with LeBron and the Cleveland Cavs in 2016, had some very interesting comments, some comments that really irritated me about the modern NBA. It was kind of along the lines of why guys don't want to be the face of the NBA, and then it morphed into something else. So check this out. We'll come back and talk about it. It pissed me off, and I thought he was very disingenuous, but let's go. What are you laughing at? What's funny?
It's just your attitude already. We ain't even heard it yet.
What? I'm just saying.
Go ahead, bro. Play it.
Yeah. It's not even funny, man. I ain't messing with you, man. I'm about to remove you from.
You're making it worse, bro. Let's move on.
All right, let's play it. Let's play it.
Nostalgia is killing the NBA. The 90s basketball, Michael Jordan and Kobe, was not as clean as y'all think it was. Y'all forget that Jordan left the league for 2 years. Y'all forget that Kobe, rest in peace, quit on his team in the playoffs and did not shoot the basketball. So all this Kobe, Jordan, oh, he's not this, he's not that. That is propaganda. Every great player, whether that's Ant, Wemby, Braun, Steph, this, that. They compare him to a motherfucker 40 years ago. The rules weren't even the same. You're not really watching help side defense. Who's doing this? What is this rule? What is that rule? You're not watching. Nobody celebrates these new people. So why the fuck would anybody want to be the face of this league where you're going to get shitted on every network for not being somebody from 40 fucking years ago? It's ridiculous. It is unfair. Braun is one of the greatest players ever to play. Stephen Curry is one of the greatest players ever to play. Giannis is one of the great. Jokic. And you know what we do? We talk about fucking Michael Jordan. All this superstar era shit is over. The hard cap called a second apron, it's over. Teams are going to take over.
He sounds real butthurt.
Yeah, he was very pissed.
Yeah, he sounds like, what's the expression? Who pissed in your cornflakes? Is
that man, boy? Yes. It's Cheerios, but yeah.
Okay, cornflakes, Cheerios, whatever.
Same thing. Both bland. I get you.
Yeah. Wow. The great KS said, "Who hurt you?" No, I mean, that was terrible, right? I'm like, man, what's wrong with this clown, man? So, real quick, and then I'll let you go. He certainly was disingenuous there, right? Of course, we compare to Michael Jordan. Why do we compare to Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan is the damn standard. In every sport, there is a standard. Do we think sprinters are not being compared to Usain Bolt, right? We don't think that. Hockey players aren't compared to Wayne Gretzky, the dude who, when he retired, they waived the 5-year period for the Hall of Fame and retired the number 99 across the entire freaking league, right? Hockey players aren't compared to him. They are, just so we know, right? Think about it. Every elite hitter in baseball gets compared to a guy 100 years ago, the Babe. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Every elite hitter, Babe doesn't even hold the record anymore, but every elite hitter gets compared to him. So what the hell is Channing Frye talking about? And then he's out here lying. So he says, "Oh, Michael Jordan left the game for 2 years." Well, this is interesting, right?
He got suspended, but go ahead.
Thank you. They forced him out for those 2 years. And Paul Feinbaum on ESPN, right? The SEC guy. He normally talks college football, but it was interesting. I happened to be listening to his show yesterday. And since he's an SEC guy and he's down in that part of the country, I think he lives in or near Birmingham. He said I don't even know how it came up. He was like, I happened to spend a lot of time and be around Michael Jordan a lot when he was playing, minor league baseball with the Birmingham Barons. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, let's not get it twisted. He was forced out for those 2 years. He didn't just quit. So I'm like, and that's something Skip Bayless. Yeah, that's something Skip Bayless has been saying for years. So I guess maybe that gambling stuff got a little hectic or whatever.
I told you that too. When I told you, like, he was suspended. They just didn't put a title on it. Why? Because he's the face of your freaking. Yeah,
you don't want it to look bad.
Face. You don't want it to look bad. So when MJ had an interview, he said in an interview, he made the terms like, yeah, if Stern let me back, like it was just like, what? Yeah. You quit. Why would he need to let?
Why would he need to allow you back?
So just in that term, like, so Stern said, bro, you got to go for a little minute. This gambling is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand.
Too hot.
Yeah. I need you to go ahead and take a break, go play some baseball, go do your thing. But we can bring you back in 2 years. There was no reason for MJ to retire. Like, no reason. Right? Top. Like, the man was at the pinnacle of your game. Now, like Barry Sanders, he did it, but it was just because his team sucked. His franchise sucked. He got tired of carrying that franchise. Megatron, same team. The team just sucked. He left off of a championship. MVP. Like, he was in his prime. Never have we seen it before.
Mind you, coming off and averaging a record 41 in the NBA Finals.
Like, bro, man was killing it. Stern said, all right, bro, you got the chip?
Yeah, Mike. Right. Please do us this favor.
We're going to need you to go.
We're going to need you to chill for a minute.
We can't suspend you, because if we suspend you, we all look bad. Everything looks terrible. Your name goes in, like, it just goes down the tubes from here. But I need you to go away for a little minute.
Okay, right. So here's the deal with this Kobe stop shooting. So I didn't know this. I need to go back and watch this game now, but I didn't know this. I was listening to Jason Whitlock's show the other day, and Scap Attack was on there. You know, Scap Attack is a big Kobe guy. He loves Kobe. And he provided some context to that whole Kobe stop shooting in that game 7. He's like, yo, Kobe had 23 points in the first half of that game, and they were still down by 20. Like, Kobe was killing early, but there was just nothing there. Like, he knew. It's one of those situations where, as great as you are, you kind of know that you're not going to be able to pull it off. And so he didn't press anymore, when it got to the fourth quarter. Now, I think
he shouldn't have stopped shooting.
Yeah, but now that I know the context of it, because I didn't realize it, I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. Like, do you think he stopped shooting if that game is within 10 or more? Or maybe even
you stop shooting, period. You quit. You still quit.
No, I don't see it that way.
You passed it up.
I don't see it that way at all. Nah.
I don't care if you're down 30. Fight to get back in the game. You don't know what you won't know what could happen in the second half.
Nah, man.
Injury could happen. You're only down 20.
Exactly.
I've seen Kobe erupt for freaking 60 and 3/4.
Exactly. It's not that serious. Exactly. Yeah, but remember, but see, I hear you when you say I've seen Kobe erupt for 60 and 3/4, but in that game, he was outscoring the opposition by himself. So it's not like his team was getting blown out and it's like, you know what, just think about it. How many times do we see a team getting blown out and a star get pulled and go sit down, right? We see that all the time.
Yeah, but this is the playoffs.
I get it,
pulling out their star. No point in the game.
No, but what I'm saying, there's no way that you're gonna come back and win that game. See what I'm saying? But
I still didn't like it.
Regardless, and Laker Nation, I know you're saying that's not the reason, but there was that whole thing of they was calling him a Chuck and they saying he didn't pass or whatever. So he allegedly was like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all. I don't shoot too much.
Okay. I can shoot. I can score.
Y'all don't want me to shoot? Okay, I won't shoot. Yeah, so there's that, but now when you look at like the whole context of the game, you're like, okay, that makes more sense. But anyway, the whole thing with Channing Frye, what he's doing is being disingenuous because he doesn't want to admit, because he's part of this generation, he doesn't want to admit to the real deal why the NBA is suffering the way it is. And he knows what it is. His generation doesn't care, and for the most part doesn't play hard enough. Now, I'll say, Bruce and I talk about this a lot. It appears that this next generation, like the post-LeBron, post-Steph Curry generation, it looks like they want to ball and they want to compete again. So hopefully that's something that will kind of come back around. But, in most cases, you follow the leader, right? And LeBron is the leader. So if he don't want to compete and, then what are you going to do? Let's see. As comparing apples and oranges to that, comparing Kobe to LeBron will always be a false equivalency. That is a fact. It's not that serious. That's a fact. But yeah, demons. Absolutely. But yeah, man, I was so irritated when I heard this nonsensical commentary by Channing Frye. I didn't like it. I'm like,
he sounded extremely hurt, man.
Yeah, he sounded very butthurt, and what he was doing,
so many F-bombs. I'm like, whoa, whose show is he on?
Yeah. All he was doing, man, he's trying to carry the water for the modern NBA. That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
and that's I guess that's those are the guys you played with, right? And so you're like, okay, those are the guys you played with. That's your generation of players. So that's what you want to do. But I'm like, I didn't really feel that. And I'm like, you didn't have to lie to do it. And you didn't have to try to attack. See, this is what this generation does, this modern generation. They can never just stand up for themselves. They always have to attack the previous generation. Why? Why do you have to do that? Because you know what it is. Go ahead, Transform. I've been talking. Go ahead, man.
No, I mean, I got nothing much more to say than what's already been said, man. Honestly, when it comes to this, it truly just sounds like he's just angry at something. What that something is, I mean, of course you want the, I guess, the league, the media to talk better about the players. I do understand the always comparing to the previous eras, not players, but the previous eras. I'm kind of tired of that. I agree with him on that. Like comparing rules from today to back then, they're not the same rules. We get it. Move past that, please. We can't rewrite. Well, actually, they can, but we can't just implement those rules to affect now to fit your narrative. No, it doesn't. Those rules were the rules back then. Keep them there.
Right.
These are the rules now. We have to accept it and move on for what the game is. That's why I kind of don't like comparing so many today's players against, players from 30, 40 years ago, because the game itself is entirely different. You played from inside out. Today, you're definitely outside in. And the end is very, very slim. If it's not a dunk, you know what I mean? So I do like that part of it. Other than that, I mean, the everything else, he may be working for Clutch now. That's a different type of butt hurt. I don't know. I ain't never heard no Clutch person talk like that. Get crazy like that. That was just crazy work.
But here's the question though. See, they always want to take shots at the past generation. Why are you not taking any shots at LeBron talking about he's the GOAT and this, that, and the third, right? And the reason I say that, this is not a shot at LeBron, but if you're going to be in this generation talking about you're the GOAT and, that one right there made me the greatest of all time, this, that, and the third, well, you don't think you're inviting the comparisons? You're inviting them, right?
Yeah, but it's even kill, though. Old players be talking about the new guys, too.
They have a right to, though.
So I can't talk about y'all?
No. What I'm saying is this. If you're saying, what I'm saying is he's going in like most of these young cats do on the previous generation, but he has nothing to say when the previous. Where was he when Anthony Edwards was talking his nonsense? I didn't hear him out here dropping F-bombs and cursing and going crazy publicly then, right? Did you hear that? I didn't.
Honestly, I didn't even know Channing Frye was still doing work. I thought
he was on the Road Tripping podcast. Somebody had him on there as a guest.
Okay, because I haven't seen him in some years. I think he was on ESPN last, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And it's been some years since then. So honestly, when you said Channing Frye, I'm like, oh, he's still doing something? Okay.
Right. Yeah, he was on the Road Tripping podcast. But that's my thing, though. Like, you have no problem when these cats now are talking bad about the previous generations. But when the previous generations are talking about y'all or we're comparing, you have an issue. See how that works? That's my problem.
Not quite.
What you mean not quite?
Say it again.
What I'm saying is he has no issue. For instance, I'm going to use Anthony Edwards again. He had no issue when Anthony Edwards talking his foolishness about no one in the previous era had any skill except Michael Jordan. He had no problem. Couldn't find him.
Maybe he wasn't on the mic yet.
What do you mean? He could have been on the mic anywhere he wanted to. He's an NBA player. He made millions of dollars. He can't get one of these? It's called $79.99. He could have had one. He couldn't have got a microphone, but he was nowhere to be found, right? Because he got to carry the water and he got to cape for his era, his generation, right? So this is what I'm talking about. That's the hypocrisy. You're cool when it comes to dissing the previous generation, but when they got something to say about you, you don't like it. See how that goes?
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta go. Nah, you gotta be ready to go both ways with that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I suppose.
But no,
the point is, you can't have things one way. You know, a coin has two sides.
Definitely does. It does have two sides. But like I said, he just went extremely hard on it. I mean, like I said, it was maybe one thing. Like, that's the only thing I agree on is the rule, like talking about rules and stuff like that. Because the biggest thing, the biggest conversation you get about older players or older fans, man, if you bring back hand checking, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, well, those were the rules then. Okay, they're not the rules now.
Okay, but what about the rules that don't get called?
There was a lot of no calls in the previous era.
You couldn't carry and travel like you can now.
That's because nobody knows what the hell a travel is nowadays. They change it every 2 years. Now, a gather step, then a gather step. I'm like,
we
what?
didn't have that, by the way.
I'm like, wait, what is it? Because that's when you're trying to develop so much European basketball into the league with the Euro step. They tried to get cute, but now it's like, okay, well, what is what now? Like, I literally watch videos of like old school, like and one players, and they're like putting dribbles in slow-mo, and they're like, yeah, that's a travel.
Right.
But then they go to the rule book, and it's like, okay,
I know what you're talking about.
Well, I guess that's real. Okay.
Yeah, they got that one dude on Instagram doing all these weird half steps and jump stops and all this.
Yeah. And they're like, is that a travel? And it's like, yeah, it does look like a travel. But it's like, by the rule, gather step. Okay, he's gathering the ball. Next step, pip. I'm like, oh.
Well, like, first of all, it's not a travel. We never had gather step. But let me answer Edward real quick.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't an issue. And do you know why it wasn't an issue, Edward? Because we know that is the very specific Kobe Michael Jordan dynamic. He was never going to concede an inch to Michael, right? Until he was done playing, of course. But
yeah, saying you're going to beat somebody from a different era, but then talking down about the game is just that's a different conversation.
That's two different things, correct?
Yeah. I could say I could beat Jordan all day.
Yeah.
But to be like, oh man, but Jordan played against farmers and pick and pig
what?
Whatever.
Hakeem, your dream.
Nah.
Struggling with his moves.
Nah.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Somebody pull up the tape.
No.
Somebody pull up the tape.
No. Man.
Somebody pull up the tape.
I tell you what, man, he keep talking like that. I'm gonna pull up outside Gil's Arena and put
boots to asses.
Now you know that man crazy. He did bring something on the plane before, so you might want to chill out.
He did out of burner.
Hey, Gilbert ain't the one to run up on.
But he's in Cali now. He can't have that.
Should be. He can't. Not supposed to. And having
two different things.
Hey, that man wild for real.
Yeah. He definitely was in the locker room with the burner. But
with the burner on him. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Come on, man. Hakeem traveling. He must be that dude had the illest pivot foot ever. But you know what? I'm not gonna do it.
You know who made it look sexy? Kobe.
Yes.
Man, made that look sexy.
Yes, he did.
Pivot up. Move
for real.
Up under and up. It's just
step through. Gotcha.
High shot.
Yeah.
Right off the glass. Kissed it.
Whew. Yes, he did.
Dean, man. I miss you, Dean. We miss you.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Send me that, Edward. I appreciate it, man. Definitely send me that. That's crazy. But yeah, so I didn't like anything Channing Frye had to say here. He sounded like he was just upset, like somebody personally insulted him, slapped his moms or something. Like there's no need for any of that, man.
Do you know what the question was to get him to respond like that?
I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw that clip and I was like, that's crazy. I should have watched the whole thing. I didn't have time to get to it today. But I'm
curious. I'm gonna watch the whole thing and see why was his response so bashful? Like it was strong.
Vitriol?
Yeah, it was. He came out.
Yeah,
it was very passionate.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. So
it was Jarvis Critton.
But yeah, so that's where I am on that, man. You got anything to add before we take the last? Appreciate you, Edward. The last set of calls on this?
No. I got it.
All right, let's do it. All right, y'all know the number, man. Give me your thoughts on Channing Frye's lies. Because I couldn't take it. It really upset me as soon as I heard it. I was like, man, this dude must be crazy all right, man. Just making stuff up.
That dude must be bugging.
That's not going to go. That ain't going to go.
Not going to be able to do it.
Not at all. What up, Laker Nation?
Man, I was trying to take a topic off. I wanted to enjoy the topic. But, man, y'all got me calling in on this one, too.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm talking about all this Kobe slander in the chat.
Who's slandering Kobe?
Yeah, you know damn well. You know I am about anything Lakers. If you're gonna bring up Lakers, you got the truth.
I don't always.
Wait, are you in the chat?
Yeah, he said the chat, not us.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, huh?
Talking about Kobe cheating the fans by not shooting the ball and all this. Man, they need to get that crybaby shit out of here. First off, if you're gonna bring up Kobe, bring up the fact.
Right.
Okay. We won. We split games 1 and 2 of that series with Detroit. Here's slander. Shut up and listen. We split games 1 and 2. We got our ass whooped in game 3. Gary Payton.
Are you talking about the 04 finals? Okay.
Karl Malone. Shaq. Well, no, Shaq was defending Kobe. Let me get him the name out of there. And a few others on the roster were blaming Kobe, saying if he didn't shoot as much as he's doing, we'll have a better shot in this series.
I remember that. Okay. Yeah. He had a tough time with Tayshaun Prince.
Game,
right.
Did not take a shot in that whole first half.
Well, I wasn't talking about that one, Laker Nation. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was talking
the Suns. I said the chat.
Okay. I got you.
He's bringing the chat, bringing that up with asinine, without factual evidence, speaking irrational crap. So he went the whole first half and didn't pass the ball to prove a point. And they still got their ass whooped. So they went into halftime and they reconciled with Kobe. They said, look, we are bad, man. Just go out there, just be you. And he went out there the rest of the series and played his normal self. That's because that's why I asked that person, does he hoop? Because if you on my team and you question, if you coming at me on some crybaby shit, either one or two things is gonna happen. We either gonna go no, there's no's. I'm gonna like, okay, I'm gonna sit back and let y'all. I know who I am. Y'all came to play with me. But if y'all want to y'all want to act like y'all know what to do. While we getting out, go No. So that was with that. So
I got you.
I'm not gonna speak any more of that because it just sounds like this person just like he must have stole his wife or something.
Damn.
Because he sounds upset about it.
Right? That's
But
all right, Channing Frye.
Going back to Channing Frye's comment. Who started this whole comparison? First off, they've been comparing eras since Magic and Bird was playing. It's always been that way. It's just our generation knew how to handle it without getting in their feelings.
Right.
We always Bird, Jordan, all them guys, when they were getting compared to Wilt and Oscar Robinson and all them, they always like, no, we respect them.
Right.
You know, they paved the way for us. They able to do what we do and acknowledge what they had to go through. Because they said we didn't have to go through racism and all that stuff that they had to go through.
Yep.
They went through that so we can have what we have. And so what we're going to do is do what we do, pay it forward for the next generation.
Right.
Is what they did. But who started this? But who started it being the way it is now?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Good question.
Because you hear some people say like the older generation started by hating on the young cats, and then
it didn't start there.
And then you see people like myself. I believe that it started with the younger generation because they had to. I've been saying it. What they had to do was downplay the previous generations to try and show how good they are because their work doesn't stand on its own. That's my thought. But
it didn't start there either.
All right. So where are you with that? Where did it start?
It started with this bullshit GOAT debate.
Okay, I can see that.
It started there.
So it was us, is the media.
That's when the older guys, they're like, hold the fuck up. No, MJ's the GOAT. Because of this, and this. And then they started shitting on LeBron. They were like, LeBron ain't never did this, and this. And then the younger generation who defend their guy started hitting on the older generation. Then the media took it to a whole different level.
Right.
And then it just went out of control from there. Then we started comparing teams. Then it went from players to teams to like, we done with the 90s. And the 90s, like, we done with the it got crazy. So he's right at that point that is messing up the game. But he has to also acknowledge like where it started. It started with this made up GOAT debate. Because it never was a GOAT. Well, it started with them comparing Kobe to Jordan.
Right.
But remember, it never got out of control like it is now. And it just got berserk. Got you. But and the last thing I'm gonna say is about that gun thing with Gil. They brought it because Javaris Crittenton, remember, he used to be a Laker. And while he was playing with the Lakers, he wanted to be a gangster too.
Okay.
So he started going out into the street and bringing the streets into the locker room. So we let him go because of that.
Got you.
And he brought that same energy to Washington. And they had like a little, and Gil spoke on this a while back, they had like a little bet or something. And Javaris lost.
Yeah.
And so Javaris kind of like threatened. He was like, man, you come at me again, I'm going to pop you. So Gil brought his strap into the locker room. And then that's how that happened. But but the only part that you heard was Gil pulled out the gun on him.
Right.
Damn. Oh.
So
well, there you go.
So that's how it is. They had a little thing going. Javaris lost. He didn't want to pay up. He threatened Gil's life. Gil said, okay. He brought his strap there. And then that's how that happened.
No doubt.
Dog, man, we appreciate it.
I'm gonna get off. I just had to say what I had to say. And you sound a little bit better now if you got through that Jason Tatum topic.
Yeah.
But we're good, man. We got him on board.
Yeah, man, but you got to stop with all this down energy, man. You're the host, man.
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm with Brucey on this one, man. Lighten the fuck up. You can't be. You gotta, man. I don't know what you gotta do to get chipper for you making your next show, but you gotta be up there, man. You can't be sitting up here like, yeah, man. I can't believe he said this. Man, I'm just gonna roll the tape. Talk like that, bro.
Nah, man, that's the real. I got him though. We got him on board, man. But we're gonna go ahead and let you go. We're gonna go get ready to wrap this thing up, bro.
I knew Transformers gonna hang up on me.
You already hit your time limit. I gave you an extra minute, so you should love me for it.
You're welcome.
More than that.
Appreciate y'all.
No problem.
All right, bro.
Yeah. All right, Bruce. Last call of the night, man. Last call. Give us a call, Bruce, and then we'll go ahead and put a bow on this. Damn, man, a brother can't just be chill sometimes. Just relaxing.
But tonight you was just too chill. It was a little too chill. It was like, damn, is he sleepy?
Nah, it was good, man. Just sometimes I just be,
man, I'm just like, yeah, man, yeah. So yeah.
I mean,
if you go back and look at the video at the beginning, you more like
always look
very
at
like
I look at it every time, man.
I'm like, hey man, what's up, bro? You good?
I was good, man. I'm just
so when they started saying something about it, I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one.
I'm just saying sometimes I'm gonna just chill, man.
That's real.
What up, Bruce?
What's up, stupid?
What's going on, dummy?
What's up, man?
Hey, I agree with everything Channing Tatum.
I knew you would.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He hit it on the button. There's no more need to be said. He hit it right on the button.
Mm-hmm. I knew you would agree with that nonsense, man.
Yeah, I hear you in there floating LeBron name and coming out. Yeah, I heard you.
Hey, man, tell how it is, man.
Like I said, he's the alpha and the omega.
And that's fine. But when you're the leader, you're responsible for the things your subordinates do, whether directly or indirectly.
Well, I actually heard in your conversation with Mr. Laker Nation, I heard you blame LeBron for what's going on now. You keep blaming LeBron, boy. But anyway, it's ridiculous, Brucey. You need to stop the bullshit, bro. So you're a finger pointer, Brucey?
Hey, man, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, you love blaming. I'm the alpha and the omega, the king of all.
Talk to him.
You never seen nothing like him ever. But Channing, yeah, but he was hitting on the button like keep comparing this school to that school, and the old heads don't be hating on it. The new school don't be hating on the old school. Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay,
no.
All right. So you ain't see it when Anthony Edwards said that foolishness, huh? You ain't see that, huh?
Not everybody, though. Yeah, come on, man, stop that.
You just finished saying the new school don't hate on the old school, and we got a prime example of the stupidest statement ever.
How you gonna hate on somebody else's opinion, yo?
Okay, listen, no. We gonna put a stop to this right now. Just because something's your opinion does not mean it cannot be wrong. There have been a lot of wrong opinions out there in the world. All right. Just because I'm sure there's somebody whose opinion is 1 + 1 is 5. That doesn't mean it's right.
Horrible ass opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad opinions out there.
1 + 1.
No, there's no 1 + 1 is 5. No.
Okay.
No, it's no.
Oh, right.
Roger that.
No, that's absurd.
Roger.
Truthfully, I think the new school dominate. Truthfully, I think the new school will dominate the old school.
I know you believe that, but that doesn't make it true.
It is true, yes. Yeah, he hit on the butt. You talk about he was hot. How he like he in his feelings and he. Come on, now. It's the how he in his feelings because he expressed how he feel how the NBA is going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that man was definitely in his feelings.
Thank you, Transformer.
That man was definitely in his feelings.
Yeah.
We all in the feelings because he expressed. We do this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday morning. We express how we feel about stuff.
But here's the deal, though, right? But one thing about
because he said it, because he said it, he saw because Stephen A. and Shan, everybody do it every day. Dan Orlowski, they had their opinions about sport topics.
No doubt. So here's the difference, right? I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? I get on the show and I give opinions all the time, right? You sipping tea, man? You always sipping tea, man. I get on the show and I give my sports opinions all the time, right? But what do I do though? What do? I back my opinions in research and fact. I don't just come out here and say, well, that's my opinion. No. I do the research and I back it up in fact, right? Now, I'm not going to say I can never be wrong. Obviously, only God could be right all the time, no doubt. But I do my best to back up my opinion in fact. So there's a lot of people who don't even feel the need to do that. They just, well, that's just how I feel. That's just what I think. Well, that's just stupid, plain and simple. And this clown, I'm not going to say he was stupid, but the stuff he was saying was stupid. So there you have it. It's like everything. Yeah, because everything in life has most things in life have standards, right? Think about this. If you're an artist, you still get compared to the great artists who lived hundreds of years ago. What's the difference?
The ones that paint the 16th chapter. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Okay, Bruce, the great philosopher. Just because you're the great philosopher, Brucey, just because you don't like what he said, his opinion, don't mean that you're right.
That's correct. It doesn't. But I am on this.
You come up with assumptions, opinions, and theories all goddamn time, Bruce.
Mm-hmm. But I always put information behind them. Do I not? I don't just say stuff.
30 seconds. Wrap it up.
Channing Frye got cachet. He played in the league.
He did play in the league, but there's a lot of people who played pro that say dumb stuff. But we can get back to that though. But I definitely appreciate the call, man. We gotta run, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap this show here.
Thank you, soldier.
All right, brother. Have a great night, man. Thank you for calling. Appreciate you. All right, fam. All right, y'all. Another great show, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody who was here. If you haven't already, you know what time it is. Hit that like and subscribe on the way out. I appreciate y'all. We will be, but what is tonight? Wednesday. Yeah, so
Friday,
we'll
Saturday. Sunday.
Yeah, God willing, we'll be back Sunday morning. If anything happens between now and then, maybe we will hop on and do maybe we will do another live.
Not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
My bad, y'all.
Is that maybe we can hop on? Whoa.
Pause.
Hop on what, sir?
No, but if something else happens, then maybe we'll do another show, whether it's live or recorded. And I'm still working on the members only content. Something that's kind of holding me up a little bit, but I'm gonna get it for y'all. I got a couple things that I'm trying to work on, but again, really appreciate y'all. Got about 10 seconds left to the exact 3-hour mark, so we're gonna get out of here on that.
5, 4,
there we
3,
go.
2, 1. And peace.
Y'all have a great night. We out. Peace.